Law enforcement officers are debriefing behind me on 4 days of training that included a mock homicide investigation. But let's go back to where it all started on Monday to see if organizers think that these officers have learned the lessons that they were hoping to make.
You want me to lead him or you want to drive him?
Why don't you lead first and then I'll drive?
Come on, Sticks.
The Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Office partners with the FBI and U.S. Forest Service for the field training exercises. Under Sheriff Brent Colbert organized the trainings and scenarios, and on Monday, the officers got familiar with which equipment can be used in wilderness areas and which can't.
A lot of times of the things you could use a helicopter for or that kind of a thing, you can't. Or say four-wheelers or motorized vehicles, you can't use those back there. You have to use a different mode of transportation, such as horses and mules.
Equipment is just one part of the equation. The trainings also help with learning interagency communications and systems.
You know who they are, you know what they do, and you know what they can do. They know what you can do.
Then the group of officers headed into the Scapegoat Wilderness area. I met up with them after they investigated 2 mock crime scenes in the backcountry for 3 consecutive days, sleeping in tents and collecting evidence.
For the most part, we are so lucky to live in a place like Montana that has so much wild country and so much remoteness, but there are times when it becomes a real challenge. And something like this has happened and probably will happen again in the near future.
Officers had to be selective on what equipment, food, and clothing they brought. They had to pack it 7 miles in and 7 miles out on horses and mules.
When you have a crime scene in town or within driving distance, you can bring out our big incident command vehicle. You can have lighting, you can work around the clock, you can do different shifts. You can bring in people. You'll have quite a bit of resources in just people. Backcountry, you can't do that.
The training showed the officers from different agencies that there are more people they can depend on than just those they work with every day.
They don't have to go alone. There's a broader resource out there that we can tap into to be able to help us all.
So how does Under Sheriff Colbert feel after a year of planning the training?
They all work together great, not only in the exercise, but afterwards and beforehand.
Near Lincoln, I'm Allie Kaiser, MTN News.